Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. So much to talk about. It's been a few days since the Lakers landed the #2 pick. I got hella busy at work and didn't have a chance to drop any videos since the pick or even give my reaction. I did a live Periscope, kind of give my initial reactions after landing the draft. So let's talk the draft pick, talk about who we pick, Lonzo, the Paul George rumors, do we trade anybody, do we wait? What are my thoughts that's going to happen now that some of these chips have fallen? Just to go back, let's just talk about the idea of landing the #2 pick. I was hella nervous leading up to that hour. One thing I do like about the draft is that the dude who pulled the cards, he actually goes really fast, so it's not like a lot of buildup. He's like number 14, number 13, 12, 11, and I'm like, dang, it's coming quick, right? So if anything, it ends real fast. But when it got down to Philly getting a pick for Sacramento, I got really nervous, and then somebody moved out of position. But then when Philly landed, or Sacramento landed #6 and they swapped with Philly, I don't know, I was confused. Then #5, and then when they pulled the Suns at #4, man, I yelled so loud, it was crazy, right? Everybody, my wife was tripping. I was ecstatic, and then I was like, let's get greedy. And then they pulled Philly at #2, the King pick or whatever. I mean at #3, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are we going to land the top pick? But I was happy with #2. So the way that folds out, obviously, hands down, everybody's leaning towards Boston taking Fultz. And who do we pick at #2? Okay, here's my just to summarize, so there's no confusion. I've talked about De'Aaron Fox in the past, and I've kind of talked about Lonzo Ball being overrated, right? Of all the hype. Okay. Since that video, I have what I've been thinking about is that I remember I like De'Aaron Fox. Do I think De'Aaron Fox is a slightly better player than Lonzo Ball? Yes, based on his quickness, based on his ability to score the basketball, based on his defensive capabilities at the guard position. Do I think out of the two, is Lonzo Ball probably a better fit for the Lakers long term based on his pros, leadership skills, basketball IQ, ability to make everybody around him better, not looking for a shot first, which we can end up with a lot of other scorers on the team, and he can feed them. His 6'6", 6'7" frame, his just being a winner, and his playing with poise and all that stuff. Could his pros lean a little bit more towards a better fit for the Lakers, in addition to everybody in the world saying that there's no way you pass up on Lonzo? So my mind is leaning towards Lonzo, okay? Does that mean I think Lonzo is way better than De'Aaron Fox? No, I still like De'Aaron Fox. If we were to pick De'Aaron Fox, I don't think people's emotions would be all messed up, but I don't think, based on the player, I don't think we would lose anything if we picked De'Aaron Fox. Like, I don't think we would lose anything if we picked like a Josh Jackson or whatever. These are solid basketball players up and down from 1 to 8. So that being said, my mind over the last few days have leaned and gotten in favor of the Lakers drafting Lonzo. Just because of all those things I talked about, it's almost inevitable that the Lakers are going to pick Lonzo at #2. Okay, that's just how I see it. Unless we see the draft, the workouts, and then we start hearing some sources talking about how De'Aaron Fox is really on the Lakers radar, or this guy's on the Lakers radar, and they really had an amazing workout and they really are in love with this guy, then I'll start switching, like, uh-oh, we might be picking somebody else. But until then, I'm thinking the Lakers are gonna pick Lonzo. What does that mean for the Lakers? I don't know about you guys, and I don't care if you guys disagree with this, but I think, with that said, a lot of people will say, can D'Angelo play the 2? Yes, he can play the 2. Does he have what it takes for, in my opinion, to be the 2 for the Lakers going forward? No. So with that said, I think D'Angelo's best suited as a pick and roll guard with the ball in his hand, like giving him the full keys to the car, so to speak, like in Isaiah Thomas. With that said, his value is at an all-time high right now with his ability to shoot and score the ball. I think he's a good young prospect that can score 20 points a game, you know. But long term, do I see him having, like, am I willing to give up on D'Angelo for the sake of landing an all-star? And the answer is yes. Okay, so what I would do as the Lakers is draft Lonzo, then I would package D'Angelo and Julius Randle to land Paul George right now. Okay, the reason why I would do that, people will say, wait until Paul George is a free agent. No, one, we can't sign all these players long term anyway. Okay, we can't sign, and here's the thing, I don't trust Julius Randle long term as a Laker power forward. So I would sell when his value is high too. So one, I would package those two. I would acquire Paul George right now as a guarantee. Okay, that gives Indy a nice package value in return. And the reason why I'm giving up power forward, I'm going after, if I'm the Lakers, I'm going after Blake Griffin. I would sign Blake Griffin to a max, and that gives us 5 years with Blake Griffin at his peak. That gives us Paul George right now at his prime, and then we re-sign him once his we give him a max offer once it comes up, and we try to, in the next year or so, we try to get rid of Maz or Dang's contract. Right now, we don't need to get rid of their contracts because we have enough cap space to trade for Paul George and acquire like a Blake Griffin through free agency. That gives us Lonzo at the point. I would move BI to start at the 2 and have him backed up by Jordan Clarkson, and then I would, you know, obviously start Paul George at the 3 with Dang as a backup there, and then I would have Blake Griffin, our starting power forward, with Larry Nance Jr. as the backup power forward, and then I would have Mozgov starting with Zubats backing him up. That gives me, in my opinion, a very formidable team going forward. And all we need to do is modify that a little bit, trade out one of Dang's and Mozgov's big contract for a third all-star, like a Boogie Cousins or something like that. You get all these guys to play on our team. Now we got 3 formidable players, like 3 all-stars with Lonzo running the point and not really needing to score and need the ball. I see that's how we get to the promised land, get to the playoffs. We instantly, somebody said, Mike, do you want to become the Clippers? Sure, I'll become the Clippers next year when, you know, 40-some games, get to the playoffs and you know, get bounced or whatever. But that's a good start. So that's my take, and that really sums up. I've just talked a lot about a lot of things, but that summed up a lot of what I've been thinking over the last several days. Could that change based on other chips falling, workouts coming up, the Lakers picking something else, Paul George getting traded to another team? Sure, right? But that's what I'm thinking right now. Anyway, hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. Look out for more videos coming soon. Lots to talk about over the next coming days. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.